Hi everyone and welcome to yet another session of Communicative English for Class 11. You've been studying Communicative English for a while now. There will be one reason or other for each one of you to have selected this course. I'm sure that one among those reasons will be your conviction about the importance of communication skills for you to get a job. Communication skills are very important for one to get a job and also to be successful in your career. You need to be a good communicator. You must be able to communicate effectively both orally and in writing in order to be successful in your career. Certainly, you need to have some educational qualifications, and besides your educational qualifications, you also need to have some other skills, which we usually call soft skills. So what are the other skills you are supposed to have in order to be successful in your career? Well, you need to be creative, you need to be able to work in a team, you have to be able to adapt to various situations. All those are different skills that one is supposed to have if he has to be or if she has to be successful in his or her career. So it means that your employer will be checking if you are skilled in all those areas in a job interview. So before all this, if you have to be invited for a job interview, you need to be able to draft an impressive job application letter and CV. You know what a CV is? CV, it is curriculum vitae, which is a document which furnishes your personal, educational details, your experience, your skills, etc. It's a written document which furnishes all those details. So, Unit 5, World of Opportunities, discusses how to draft an impressive job application letter and a CV. It also discusses how you can improve your job skills. Let's begin by listening to a few serious queries from your own friends. Watch a video in which your friends, students of Communicative English from different schools in our state, are asking their questions regarding how to draft a job application letter, how to draft a CV, what are the job skills, etc. So watch the video and we will continue after the video.
Hello sir, I'm Fatima Mashahid. So sir, you must be meeting a lot of job seekers every day, and some of them might be really skilled and talented, but they still fail in their interview due to many reasons, like they are tensed or nervous. And some others might not be able to do well in their interview despite being brilliant and intelligent. So sir, what is your advice to a person who is going to attend a job interview?
Good morning sir, I am Justin Joy and I am a student of St. Anne's Higher Secondary School, Kottappuram, Kodungalur. I would like to know what are the skills and qualities you usually look for in a candidate.
We may be the source of the message. Interviews are often a two-way communication, and sometimes the interviewers may be impressed by the way we are answering them rather than the right answers we provide them with. Not only in interviews, but in our day-to-day life too, others may be impressed by the way we are answering them. So sir, how important are one's communication skills and English language proficiency?
Hello sir, I am Haripriya Pavitran. I am studying in BTMHS Thuraiyur. Sir, I have a doubt. Shall I ask? Sir, what kind of details would you like to see in a job application letter or email?
Hi sir, my name is Fatima Dilfa and I am from MKHMM Kozhikode. Sir, there are people who pack their CV with a lot of information. Do you really go through all of this information, or what are the things that you are expecting in a good CV?
Well, so you have watched this video in which your friends, students of Communicative English from different schools, are airing their queries on job skills. So how to draft a job application letter, what does an HR manager expect in a resume, what are the qualities a candidate is supposed to have, what are the qualities an employer expects from their prospective employees, Those are the questions asked by your friends. And I'm sure that these are your questions too. Those are your concerns too. So let's check. Let's begin with the analysis of a job vacancy advertisement. What you see on the screen right now is a job vacancy advertisement. It is, in which you can see that the company expects the candidate to have a minimum 10 years of experience, and besides the experience and educational qualifications, the company says that the candidate is to be a graduate and he or she has to be experienced. He or she should have 10 years of experience, and besides this educational qualification and experience, the company also says that the candidate must be able to build, lead and motivate a team, and the candidate is also need to be a good communicator. He or she should have good communication skills. So these are the various qualities and qualifications that the company needs or the company expects in their prospective employees. So it means that these are the things that a firm, an employer, a company is expecting or is looking for in their candidates. So how do you furnish all those things impressively in a job application letter? How do you present those things in a job application letter and your CV? If you are planning to apply to this post of sales manager, or if you are planning to respond to this particular job vacancy advertisement which you've just watched on the screen, how would you draft your job application letter? Well, let's see, and let's quickly move on to an activity. Well, look at the screen, and I hope that your pen and book are ready. Now look at the screen. What you see on the screen are different parts of a job application letter, or different parts, different components of a formal letter. Look at the screen. You have the from address, you have the to address, date, greeting, and that dotted part, the box in which there are a lot of dotted lines, is where you are supposed to write the body of the letter, and you have a closing, etc. But there is a problem. Those components are scattered. Those components are not arranged in their proper order. So your task is to arrange those components in their proper order so that you get a well-organized formal letter, a well-organized job application letter. So you have 2 minutes to do this task. Give it a try. Do this in your notebook. As you do, you may see that there is a from address in which name is not mentioned. It's just the house name and place name, street, etc. Name is not mentioned in the from address. And see how the date is written here. Date is written in the expanded form. Month, it is the month is spelled in its full form, like it's, if you are writing January, you have to spell it out completely, not just JAN. Instead of JAN, you have to write January in full, right? So date is supposed to be written in its full form. That's called the expanded form. So you have the components on the screen. Now do the activity in 2 minutes. All right, if you are done, let's check the answer. So let's see how those components are arranged in order to get a well-organized job application letter. Look at the screen. You have the the from address at the top without the name, which is followed by the date in its expanded form. Then you have the to address. Then you have the greeting, dear sir or dear ma'am, etc. are good greetings as far as a formal letter is concerned. Then you have subject and reference. Subject, what do you write as a subject line? Well, the subject line should shed light to the content of the letter. What is the letter about? The reader or the recipient of the letter should be able to understand what the letter is about the moment he goes through the subject line. So the subject line should be clear, so clear that it gives an information to the reader what the letter is about. So you have a subject line, reference, etc. Then towards the end you have a closing line, looking forward to your reply, looking forward to meeting you, looking forward to hear from you, thank you for your time and consideration, etc. are good closing lines. And you have a sign of phrase, regards. You can also use yours faithfully, yours thankfully, etc. as a sign of phrase. So look at this. This is a well organized, this is the format of a well organized job application letter. And a formal letter can have in this form which you see on the screen right now, all the components are aligned to the left margin, right? And alternatively, you may also align the from address and date to the right margin. That is also an acceptable format. And in that alternate format also, all other components are usually aligned to the left margin. So what you see on the screen, both these formats are acceptable formats of formal letter. All right, now let's quickly move on to another activity in which you are going to learn how to write the body of the letter. Here is another activity. You have this in your textbook. Look at the text which you see on the screen. That is the body of a job application letter in which a few phrases are missing. You have to complete all the sentences. You have to fill in the gaps. You have to fill in the blanks with the help of the phrases which are given in the box above. So use the phrases that are given in the box above to fill in this blanks so that you get a full-fledged body of a job application letter in which you have mentioned your qualification, your experience, etc. So I hope that you have got how to draft a good and impressive job application letter. You may do this activity as a homework, and we are for time being moving on to another part of this discussion, which is CV, curriculum vitae, or resume. So let's see how to draft a resume impressively and what are the parts of a resume or curriculum vitae, which was also called biodata earlier, and nowadays some people call it a profile. So it can be called as a profile, resume, curriculum vitae, biodata, whatever it is. It is a document which furnishes your personal details such as your name, age, date of birth, address, etc., your contact details, etc., and then your education and qualifications, your experience, your skills, and you may also furnish if you have some notable achievements, if you have some publications, etc. Those details also can be mentioned in your resume or curriculum vitae CV. So in your examination, you will be asked to draft job application letter and CV as a 6 marks question. Sometimes a job vacancy advertisement will be given in your question paper, and you will be asked to respond to the given advertisement, in which you are supposed to draft a job application letter along with a CV. So let's see what are the components of a CV. At the top, you have your name and contact details, which are called your personal details. And then you have your educational qualifications and your experience as another component. Your educational qualifications and experience are usually furnished in reverse chronological order. What do you mean by reverse chronological order? Well, you write your highest educational qualification or the qualification which you pursued, your latest educational qualification at the top, and in the experience, the firm or the company where you worked recently is written first. So that is reverse chronological order. So you may furnish your education and experience in the reverse chronological order. And after that, after furnishing your experience, you may also mention your skills as another component. So this is the format of a CV or a resume. Hope you have understood how to draft an impressive job application letter and resume. I've given you homework in which you are supposed to complete the body of the letter, which is given in your textbook. It's on page 113 of your textbook. You may complete that body of the job application letter with the help of the words and phrases which are given in the box above. So do the assignment and get it checked by your own teachers. Let's wind up. Have a nice day. Thank you.